so we must be in the right place.
Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis. Please enjoy your visit to Jemison.
Mind if we stop by the waterfall on this trip? I could use a few moments to unwind.
I'm all ears. Lay it on me.
Back, eh? How's it going? Where to next?
Drive spinning down. Systems green.
Off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the command? Fun. Of course, we don't normally see that kind of action on the Vigilance, but we have our All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
Steph, glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about... Which is precisely why we're taking a more... I do. Our intelligence... You'd better hope so. Sersha won't be easy to dupe. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. No. Eager to get going? Code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stay troll. That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. That's easy to answer. Within your vicinity, when you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. Good luck.
Well, you better. Commander Akande's in computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. For each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. Any trouble, even if you're scanned. I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake.
United Colony.
It's depressing.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. But you're going to have to do something for us first. Pipe down! What the hell's the matter with you? You want to get us both thrown into lockup? Look, I don't know what that big-mouth Saoirse told you, but I keep who I run with a secret in public. And I suggest you do the same.
Through these hoops to get what we need from you.
Lady, if you're going to do whatever the hell I want, you got that? Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. Just look for the most miserable looking guy in the entire place.
And relax. I don't have the money. To the bone! I know, Atlas. So, you're just doing your job. But I swear, I've got nothing left. I am. Yeah, it's a lousy company. Pays me a salary. Hey! Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. Don't worry. I'll never borrow anything from Adler again. I promise.
just the two of us?
I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find
Just give the word and we'll get...
Oh, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. They're jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I space junk. Only way to be sure. This job isn't about the loot, but I suppose every dog needs its scraps. Keep whatever worthless junk is on that ship. Just remember, the only thing that matters is that Rake breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
That's the notorious Nova Mora. I have to say, if she's the finest that the Crimson Fleet has to offer, joining them might be a terrible mistake.
Rake used to run with the fleet. Hell, I'm the one who vouched for him in the first place. Back then he had a different name and a different identity. He was a damn good earner, too. Brought in a ton of creds. Everything was fine until he wanted out. So he ran. And nobody, I mean, nobody, runs away from the fleet. I've been tracking Rick for months. He's making it tough, not gonna lie. He changes his location and identity so often, it's costing.
Dagana, we are a simple transport ship. I was afraid of that. Look, we are not built. What is it you want exactly? We will talk then.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
All right, let's get this crate into space.
Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about? You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port. That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
Clamps released.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
Target's jump system down. Enemy's grab drive disabled. Their shields are gone. Take them out.
The target's sitting there with no grav drive now.
Thanks for the help with the Cliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Rakana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate. Huh. No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rake's taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, someone after you. We clear? Yeah? Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole. And now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Well, we're in. I hope you know what you're doing.
the airlock and move.
Crew accounted for. We're ready to depart.
I had a friend on the Regatta. I hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
The fleet call us sharks.
We got the message from the Regatta about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for. Oh, one more thing before we move on. Earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem. You weren't Ecliptic's primary target. Besides, I had every confidence you'd be able to handle this situation. It was either that, or Neva
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too...
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his... You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
Agreed. The last thing we need is to infiltrate the fleet, only to be kicked out because we've underestimated one of their people.
I don't disagree, but it's important to know your enemy and the best way to defeat them. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. Fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
feeling after a perfect jump? Docking and complete.
Get out of my face. You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something? Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin rake getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood. Never apologize. Not if you want anyone in the fleet to respect you. And if they don't respect you, put a gun to their head and they'll get the message. But all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together. Hell yeah, it is. Just watch your back when you do. Cred sticks tend to disappear around here, if you catch my meaning.
We'll be certain to keep a close watch on our belongings.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me. History time.
See if they've got any weapons or ammo.
The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh? Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the Key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nav. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction, you know. That thing I spend most of my day dealing with, believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you, always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. Since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the lock. Years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a I'll pay you when I pay you. Samina Misra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. And this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Defective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you.
I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be just anyone has the resolve to bear.
He sees that bomb as a badge of honor. I see it.
Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I book of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. Essentially, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blood. Be one of us. Time using the computers that surround the core.
Ah, there's our other new recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself. Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarall for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, neighbor. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lock cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it. Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message. Tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Sistef. Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Yeah?
I don't know about you, but I think...
You see Sistef as a joke. They haven't caught us yet.
Ugh, recycled air. Just isn't the same as the real thing.
Done. We are now free to move among the stars.
About time you got here.
I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
I'm only going to go through this once. We are here to dig up any info about Grixis. We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative, bring it straight to me. Rule. When you're on a job, you do exactly what I say. No questions asked. If that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on this ice ball without a ship. You will be dead with your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be damned if I'm letting them inside.
Very nice.
Throwing a grenade!
Fire it.
You don't want to mess with me!
Around 5 years. Rumor says he started planning his escape. This ID card cost a small fortune. Let's hope it pays off. Let's go. First time I've been inside this part of the lock, so keep your eyes open. See anything unusual, call it out. If it's hostile, take it down. Couldn't be simpler.
How many people did the UC stick down here, Dal?
A couple of hundred at least. Might not look like much, but it was better than trying to survive on the surface.
Well, not much better. Even with the heating on, this place looks like a goddamn dump.
Now you know why the prisoners got fed up and looked to Crix to lead them out of here.
And that's how the Crimson Fleet began.
Remember that. Now, keep your mouth shut and your eyes open. This must be where they registered the prisoners before transferring them to a cell block. Could you imagine being on a vice like this for the rest of your life?
Yeah, sure. Must have been awful. Better them than us, though, am I right?
Wait, shut up a second. Did you hear that? First time I've been inside this part of the lock. This must be where they registered the prisoners. Before transferring them to a cell block. Could you imagine being stuck under a ton of ice like this for the rest of your life?
Yeah, sure. Must have been awful. Better them than us, though, am I right?
Wait, shut up a second. Did you hear that? Must be a nest. I bet these things are crawling all over the place.
Yeah, and their buddies probably heard us firing from about a kilometer away. Hallelujah. If we weren't on this job with Delgado, I'd drop you for saying that.
Enough already! I should have known better than to bring both of you at the same time. Now let's see. Looks like we are inside some sort of prisoner transfer area, but everything is locked down tight. Since you are such good friends, why don't you and Mathis head up to that control room and see if you can get some more of these doors open?
Damn it. This ice and rock must be several meters thick. God damn it, we're cut off. Hey, Del, can you hear me? Del! Shit. There's no way we're getting through here. Well, this is just great. The hell are we supposed to do now? The plan? Who gives a shit about the plan? Let's face it, we're on our own now. Why? Because that's what his loyal little soldiers are supposed to do? The hell with that. I have a better plan. We use this opportunity to take out Delgado, and at the same time, make some serious credits for ourselves. Oh, come on. We're just a couple of rooks. When are we ever gonna have a chance like this again? Let's pretend for a second Delgado's correct, and there's information here about Crix's legacy. Once we get rid of him, we'll dig up the garbage ourselves and sell whatever we find to Neva. We'll be rolling in credits. Oh, fine. Suit yourself. You know, for a second there, I was almost starting to respect you. Now, let's find a way out of here.